And yet, it caught Ellen's attention, laying the groundwork for future chaos. Who knew a little drama could lead to big trouble? Instead, they were using their sizzling bodies to fill the emotional void, like having a recharge party on the sofa. It wasn't until the next day, when a frantic knocking jolted them awake, that Alex recognized that dreaded sound, and it was his mum's secretary. She quickly woke the sleeping Henry, unwittingly attracting the secretary's attention, like she opened the tabloid headlines. She searched for the possible girl and told Alex. With the election looming, as the secretary to Alex's mom, she could not allow any girl without a signed NDA to ruin this event. Little did she dream she'd find Henry the prince hiding in the cupboard. Her expression was like she'd just met an alien. It was like a bolt from the blue, only to find the truth was even more explosive. She scolded Alex as if he'd unleashed a monster from a box. Now journalists were swarming inside and outside the hotel. If even a hint leaks, it's like the apocalypse for us. Quick, find a way to escape. Alex knew he couldn't hide it anymore. He faced his mom and admitted his unique orientation, practically dropping a political bomb. He hoped for his mother's forgiveness, but little did he know, on the other end of the line, she didn't call security to kick him out. Instead, she ordered his favorite pizza like a kid, reassuring him, "It's all about your freedom. As a mother, I'll just silently support you, but you should figure out if you want to stick with this person for the long haul. That's a huge life decision." Thus supported by his parents, Alex disclosed his relationship with Henry, taking him to the rustic retreat. Henry was welcomed like a hot potato, because unlike societal norms, they just wanted to see Alex happy. This showcased the major differences between the countries, allowing Henry to discover his true self. Here, Henry shed his royal baggage, transforming into a carefree young man enjoying the joys of life. This rare time let him experience happiness like never before without responsibilities, but he knew that joy always has an expiration date. Once he left the little town, had transformed back into the prince shackled by royalty, he secretly hoped to spend weeks with Alex every year. They could stroll hand in hand through Austin, watching sunsets by the beach, and exploring the uncharted territories together. Listening to Alex's beautiful description, Henry fell silent, his family's centuries-old responsibility swelling in his mind. The history of his family loomed like a reminder of duty, yet he didn't know how to convey this to his beloved. So, he dove into the water to clear his head, ignoring Alex's calls, swimming towards the shore. As a prince, Henry couldn't indulge gazing at his peaceful lover. He felt despair, leaving their home. It felt like losing the most crucial piece of his life, like being a lone wolf on the moon. He could only confide in his sister. After all, she was the only one in the family who truly understood him. Of course, she knew Henry's despair, but the noble blood flowing in her veins also represented his shackles. From that day on, Henry quit answering Alex's calls, operating like a programmed robot, immersed in royal duties. Only in the dead of night did he sneakily check for news about Alex, like a kid sneaking candy. But the impulsive Alex didn't care back by his friend Nora. He flew to England one stormy night. He burst into Henry's castle, yet despite being there, he couldn't comprehend his true situation, blindly believing that true love could overcome all difficulties. Henry's inner anguish far exceeded his own by 1,000-fold, but burdened by a family history, he felt trapped. And in that moment, Henry crumbled completely. Alex told Henry if he genuinely desired for him to depart, then he would surely vanish, disappearing permanently from his life. However, Henry struggled immensely and couldn't bring himself to utter those harsh words, pleading with Alex with all his heart not to pressure him. But Alex believed the future was bright, hoping Henry would bravely take his hand. He decided to take Alex to the museum that he frequently visits, to explain how his life was overshadowed by royalty. In this place, had often dreamed of dancing with a loved one, but now it seemed like just a high school fantasy. Just then, Alex played their favorite song, Shattering the Fall. A day Henry hid up, danced amidst towering sculptures, and in the end, Henry couldn't help but give Alex his family crest. Henry hoped Alex would remember their unwavering love, while Alex handed over the key that would unlock his heart. Finally, carrying endless longing for Henry, he boarded his private jet, but little did he know, trouble was about to strike pound. After just saying goodbye to Alex, Henry found his palace invaded by uninvited guests. What a fun day this was. His sister revealed shocking news. All of this was because last night, Henry's phone was hacked. All his texts with Alex were posted on social media. Henry was practically frozen in place. But when he tried to notify Alex, it was too late. His phone had been confiscated by the king. Even his servants no longer obeyed him. Henry's anger was for naught, while Alex faced his own storm. The internet was flooded with news about them, thrusting him into the spotlight, even affecting his mother's campaign. Don't forget to subscribe.